So first of all, thank you for taking the time and coming here today. My name is Karolin. I work here at Tallinn University, but I'm also a student in master's level. But I'm not going to make this presentation alone. With us is also Vilte from Lithuania, and she will talk about her program and about her institute where she is studying as well. And of course, if you have any questions, I will answer them. Of course, you may ask during the presentation if you raise your hand, and after the presentation as well. And also, if you're interested in participating the campus tour afterwards, after the info session, you're welcome to do that as well. So let's begin. But before we begin, I'm also interested how many of you came from abroad for this Open Doors Days? Okay, and how many of you are living in Estonia? Okay, so it's half and half. Usually it is so that quite many local foreigners are interested in studying opportunities as well. So let's begin. A little bit about Tallinn University and the background of us. So we are the largest university of humanities and social sciences in Tallinn. And by student numbers, we are the third largest university in Estonia. So the first one by student numbers is University of Tartu, the second one is Tallinn University of Technology, and the third one is Tallinn University. We are a state university, public university, which means that we're not the private university. When I say that we are the biggest university that focuses on humanities and social sciences, then yes, it's true, but we do have exact sciences as well and IT. So we combine social sciences and humanities with technology and innovation. So those who are interested in IT, for example, are welcome, they find suitable programs as well to study. A few words about the history. So Tallinn University was founded in 2005. If you look at this date, then you may think that it's rather young university, which is true as well. But our academic traditions are longer than that. So what does it mean? Is this 2005, Estonian government decided to merge different higher education institutions in Tallinn and put them under the name of Tallinn University. So among those which were merged in 2005 was Academic Library, Tallinn Pedagogical University, Institute of History, Institute of International and Social Studies, Estonian Institute of Humanities, and so on. So these were the institutes that were merged together under the name of Tallinn University. And today, what is Tallinn University? We combine quite many different things. So we have, as I mentioned, Tallinn Pedagogical University was one of the biggest merging institutions. So that's why the traditions of teacher training are very important focus fields in Tallinn University, but also the only film school in Estonia is located here in Tallinn University. We have made quite big investments to our infrastructure. So if you walk around the campus, you can see that all the study buildings are new and renovated. So we have libraries, modern classrooms, laboratories, everything that is necessary for studies. And also, here are some key facts that we like to bring forward or talk about when we are talking about our university. Here I would like to elaborate that, for example, interdisciplinary programs. When I'm talking about the programs, then you will see as well, but some programs are combining fields from 3 different institutes. So this interdisciplinarity is a very, very important focus here. As for the rankings, this is something that international applicants are asking as well. We have a ranking in sociology in top 250 in the world. Also, we'd like to elaborate that we have individual approach to students. So this is a very big classroom right now, where we are at right now. But some of the programs, for example, media or cross-media, since the study groups are quite small because of the nature of the study methods, then this individual approach to students is very, very important as well. A little bit about the numbers. So we have 7,500 students. Among them, 9.5% are international students. So each year there are more and more international applicants from all around the world, from 68 different countries coming to study here. Most popular countries where these international students are coming is Finland, Russia, Georgia. In Finland, because we have a branch in Helsinki, so that's why the Finnish students are in top. Not only students, but also our academic staff has international background, which we are very proud of. So 11.5% of our academic staff has a foreign, are international as well. And maybe one thing, last but not least, from this slide, that we have made some surveys about our alumni. It's very important for us to have successful alumni. So 96% of our alumni works as a senior specialist or manager, so we are happy to see them succeeding after the studies as well. Okay. When choosing a university, it's always important to know what are the focus fields. Are they matching with your interests? Here are listed the focus fields of Tallinn University, which are healthy and sustainable lifestyle, society and open governance, digital and media culture, educational innovation, and cultural competences. So these are the academic fields. The focus fields are, as we call them, that our academic staff, students, are engaging on a daily basis. Also, these focus fields are distributed between institutes. So here you can see the structure of Tallinn University and different institutes. First of all, Baltic Film, Media, Arts and Communication School. So as I mentioned, this is the only film school in Estonia, the only place in Estonia where it's possible to study media, film-related subjects in English language. Second of all, School of Digital Technologies. Thirdly, School of Educational Sciences, a School of Natural Sciences and Health, School of Humanities, School of Governance, Law and Society. We also have 2 regional colleges, Haapsalu College and Rakvere College. So this is the academic structure of Tallinn University. And all the programs are divided in between these units as well. As for a few words about the international studying environment. We are international university, but this can mean different things. From one side, it means that we have academic collaboration with other universities worldwide, also in Estonia. We are a partner in different regional programs. We are participating in networks. But maybe what is important to elaborate for students is that all our students have possibility to go to study abroad for a semester or two with Erasmus. I believe you've heard about this program. So we have quite many Erasmus contracts. And we encourage our international and local students, of course, as well, to gain this extra international experience in one of our partner universities. So for international students, it's you're already abroad when you're studying in Estonia, but then you can go abroad again to gain extra experience in one of our partner universities and then come back to us. So this is something which is important to elaborate as well. I hope you recognize the people who are on these slides. So if you are working here or if you are a student in Tallinn University, then one of the first things you realize that it's a very active environment. One reason for that is that we are very centrally located. So here are all the time different things going on. So film festival, we have our own film festival in BFM, conferences, open lectures, trainings, summer and winter school. So there are quite many different opportunities to take part while you're studying. And that's why it's not only for students, Tallinn University. There are people visiting Tallinn University without actually studying here. And the pictures that I would like to, I put them we have had quite well-known guests as well, but my question is, do you probably know those who are living here, but the third lady over there, do you know who it is, who don't live in Estonia? Yes, this is the president of Estonia, who has visited Tallinn University as well. As for the student life, then we are happy to say that we have very active student community, one of the most active one in Estonia. So in addition to learning, to attending your classes, fulfilling your academic obligations, it's possible to take part in different extracurricular activities as well. So we have student cafe, photo club, sports club, cultural club. We have our own symphony orchestra. Those who have a musical background, for example, choirs, sports club, ESN, which is Erasmus Student Network, but degree students have the possibility to take part in these activities as well. Also childcare for those students who have children, and much more. Also sport facilities. And now, for those who, how many of you are visiting Tallinn University for the first time? Okay, most of you. So, as for our location and campus, then we are very centrally located, as you realized when you came here. And we are a campus university, which means that all the different campus and buildings, study buildings, are located in one area, except for a few exceptions. For example, academic library, which is even more in the city center. But otherwise, generally speaking, our students don't have to take public transportation to other study buildings because everything is located here. So this is the Baltic Film Media Communication and Art School, where Vilte is studying. A few pictures, also BFM. So this is the sports hall for those who playing different ball games. And if you are interested in, this is maybe more for those who aren't who doesn't have possibility to visit Tallinn University before their studies start, but we have a virtual tour as well, and where you can see some of the places which are quite interesting to look at, even for me, who is working here, to get into. For example, one of the best sound studios in Estonia. But let's continue maybe with the degree programs, which is the most important thing why we're here today. Altogether we have 34 English-based degree programs. So English-based means, as the name, as it says, it means that the study language is English. 6 bachelor's, 14 master's, and 14 doctoral study programs. In Estonia, we have a Bologna system, which means the bachelor's studies are 3 years, master's is 2 years, and PhD is 4 years. First of all, bachelor's programs. In English, here are listed the programs that we have in English. First of all, audiovisual media and cross-media in film and television. And right now, I would like to give the floor to Vilte, because she's studying cross-media in film and television, and she can talk more about this program.
Hey everyone, so you already know who I am, Vilte, and I come from Lithuania, and I wanted to ask, where do you come from, those who are not Estonians? From Russia. Здравствуйте, привет. From Latvia. Oh, I love Latvians. They're neighbors, they're cool. What about you? From France. We actually have a few French guys in my course as well. They're loving it. So anyway, I'm gonna talk mostly about how I came here. So I actually went to summer school about 2 years ago, and that's when I knew that I want to study in this university and not somewhere else, because I just loved it. The environment itself, you know, in some universities, especially those old ones, you go there and it's just like the paints are peeled, the atmosphere is awful. There are lecturers that just like start talking and they just like fall asleep during the lectures, you know, like they just fade away. It gets really boring. You don't want to sit in those lectures. So I tried summer school. I thought, it's great, but will the studies be like as good? And yes, at first I came here, and since it's an international program, we have 20 students in the group, and 10 of them are, I think 10 nationalities in cross-media itself. We have people from Korea, Canada, USA. It has been like a whole mix. So first 2 months were just like, hi, how are you? So it was like really awkward at first, but then half a year passed, we had lots of many group projects, and we kind of bonded together. And so I really loved this whole international environment, and we had lots of Erasmus students mixing up with us as well, which was pretty cool. So even Estonians, they're just forced to speak English. So I think it's very good for them as well, and they're very nice. And what I like even more than the course itself and the course mates, the lecturers, because they come, just like the course mates, they come from very different environments, and they have actual experience in the field. So they don't just speak in those, they don't just like scroll through slides and just kind of speak what they read in a book 30 years ago, but they just actually give examples from their life, from actually what's relevant, from the projects they've done and what works, what doesn't work. They failed themselves and they tried themselves, so it's very interesting. For example, cross-media curator is Italian, Nanni, and he's always ready to help. He's just like lovely. And then we have British guy who teaches us all about writing, and we also have a Danish guy, and then we have a lecturer from USA this term as well. So it's quite a big environment. And anyway, I'll be doing a campus tour later, so I know quite a bit about audiovisual media, about cross-media. I know a little bit about liberal arts, but I can tell you more about it in the tour, not to expand on it. But yes, basically what I like about this university is that it's not left somewhere in the 1960s with their very deep roots, scholarly roots. Of course, the university has those roots, but it's not just stuck to that, and it's not married to that old teaching system. It's actually quite new, and if you choose to go to BFM and you choose to study film media, it's not just studying theories. Of course, we have that. We have to know the history. We have to know how the cinema came to exist. But it's not just that. You actually get cameras, and you get better cameras every term, and you actually get to play with lights, and you get to do the sets, and you get to film. And it's just very cool because you get like real experience, and that's something that Tallinn University offers, which, well, I come from Lithuania, so I can say only from Lithuanian perspective, my fellow students in there don't get it. They get photo cameras, and they shoot with those simple photo cameras for 3 or 4 years, and it's not the same as we get here. And as for Tallinn itself, probably most of you are going to be thinking, well, Estonians, if you're choosing English programs, it's relatively hard, especially in BFM, to get scholarships, so don't think too much about being very, don't think too much about the possibility of getting scholarship. So that's the bad news, that it's relatively hard to get them. But the good news is that in Tallinn, it's relatively easy to get a job, a full-time job, and it's actually possible to combine it. Personally, I work full-time, and I also have another part-time job, so that's 2 jobs, and I study full-time as well, and it's all manageable. You just have to really want it. And if you want to do an internship, it's also very possible. If you want to do an internship in advertisement, possible. Internship in law, also possible. It's a very multicultural city, and I think people are getting used to that already. So that's a plus, that's a plus. It's like very easy to balance your life. And as for the program itself, if you don't really, there are core courses that you have to do, but then there are selectives. And if you don't like the selective, let's say you go to BFM and then you realize that actually what you want to do is like be an editor, not a script writer. Then you can just ditch the script writing courses, not the mandatory ones, and then just choose what you want to do. You can just choose editing courses, post-production. If you're interested in languages, you can get free electives. You can learn Japanese, Chinese, anything, really. So you can really customize it depending on what you like. And yeah, that's what I like about it. And do you have any questions for me now? But we can always talk in the campus tour as well. I'll be there. Right? I'll give the floor to my colleague now.
Okay, thank you. And my question is, before I continue, how many of you are interested in bachelor studies? Okay, a few hands. And masters? PhD? Too early. Yes, so the other programs in bachelors are liberal arts in humanities and liberal arts in social sciences. So those who don't know are not very familiar with the term liberal arts. Maybe it's more used in US. So as the term refers, the academic freedom on this program is bigger. So students can choose different models. For example, in humanities, history and anthropology. And already in masters continue with the subject that they are more interested in. And the same applies with the social sciences. Then law, which is in Tallinn and in Helsinki, and politics and governance. So, to continue with the master's programs, I've divided them here because there are more master's programs than bachelor programs. I've divided them between the institutes. So first of all, School of Digital Technologies. When I mentioned about the interdisciplinarity of our programs and studies, then these are very good examples. For example, digital learning games. It combines social sciences with IT. So basically it means developing online games not only for entertainment purposes, but for educational purposes. Also the human-computer interaction. The programs which have the star behind their name, so these are joint master's programs, which mean that these are programs which are taught together with some partner university in Europe. And the admission for these programs is not conducted by Tallinn University. So in order to apply for these programs, you need to see the program page, the website of our partner university. And the deadlines might be different than for Tallinn University.
I've got a chance to meet lots of those guys, and actually we have this ILU, which is interdisciplinary project when we pair up with other courses. So I was paired up with a few of the master's students, and some of them were from human-computer interaction course, and they had all this robotic classes and everything. It was so nice to just tinker with everything. And what they do is they actually develop projects that could be released upon their, not just theoretical projects, but they develop projects that could actually affect the society, that could be solved, that could be a business, or that could change the world itself. That's what they aim to do. So it's quite a big thing, and if anyone's thinking about this school, it is great.
Yes, this practical touch in the program applies to other programs as well. So here is the Baltic Film, Media Arts and Communication School programs in master's level, which is documentary film and communication management. The communication management focuses on intercultural communication. And film arts and cinematographer, so these programs are, again, joint master's programs. School of Humanities has 3 programs in English. First of all, anthropology. And one model in there is visual anthropology, which is together with the BFM, with the film school. So for those who want to capture their academic work in more visual platforms, they can study visual anthropology. Estonian studies, which is quite new program. It's not, you don't need to know Estonian language in order to apply for this program. This program is about Estonian culture, society, history, but also for those who want to enhance their translation Estonian knowledge, it's possible to do that as well. And thirdly, literature, visual culture, and film studies, which is together with the Estonian Academy of Arts. School of Governance, Law and Society. Here we have 3 programs. First of all, international relations. Secondly, social entrepreneurship. And thirdly, human rights in the digital society. The last 2 programs are brand new programs. So this year we have first admission. But they're all, as Vilte says, that the practical approach on these programs, although they don't maybe sound very practical programs, more classroom type programs, but it's actually, they have study trips to Brussels, and they have lectures coming, lectures from outside the university, like people who from actually work in these fields are giving open lectures, and they have different projects that they need to fulfill throughout the semester. And school, last but not least, the School of Educational Sciences. And this year, I'm very happy to say that School of Educational Sciences has a new program as well, which is Educational Innovation and Leadership. Again, quite practical program, so teachers, policymakers, educational leaders who are working in these fields, they are welcome to find out more about this program, and again, project management. If they have an idea that they want to make a search on this program, then it's very encouraged. And finally, doctoral programs. I didn't see any hands interested in PhD studies, but maybe just to background information that PhD studies in Estonia are for free for international students and for local students as well. However, the places are limited. And these are not, yes, they're called programs, but they're more like fields. And applying to PhD studies is much more personal, because PhD applicants are requested to submit the a consent letter from the supervisor as well. So academic contacts are are helping to apply for PhD studies. And these are as well. So we have quite the same fields that are our academic fields are in our PhD studies as well. So the admission requirements. Everything is done online. The most important thing is to, of course, besides finding out what is the program that interests you the most, but the page where you can do your online application is estonia.dreamapply.com. It's possible to submit application for two programs in Tallinn University. So you have to you can't make, for example, 5, or you can't choose all the programs. You have to make a choice. In Estonia.dreamapply, it's where you submit your documents, where you communicate with the admission specialists. So this is like the hub of admission where you can follow your the status of your application and everything that is related to that. As for the documents, you need, depending which level you are applying, the system is very easy. So if you're applying for a bachelor's, you need your high school diploma. If you're applying for a master's, you need your bachelor's diploma. For those who are graduating this year, for instance, and they don't have their diplomas yet, then it's not a problem as well. So you just need to contact the admission office and say that you are graduating later, you will receive your diploma later, and then it's called like conditional acceptance. Then they know that you will send your educational documents later. There are program-specific requirements, and these depend on the program. It can be a motivation letter, it can be digital portfolio, it can be answering some questions which are related to the program you are applying to. But these written assignments are also you need to upload them to the Estonia.dreamapply system. And also, you don't need to send us any original documents until you get positive feedback for your application. So if you get admitted and positive feedback, then you are requested to send your original documents, which not original, but attested by the notary. There are some country-specific requirements and exceptions as well. For example, if you're from Finland, there are exceptions for your language, English language requirements, but this depends where you're coming from, which is your nationality. As for the English, since the studies are conducted in English, then we do require for you to prove your capability to speak and to think and to write in English as well. Here are listed the international tests that we are accepting. For example, IELTS is 5.5, TOEFL is 72. So if you have this, then you fulfill the English proficiency requirement. We will also have Tallinn University's English language exam in May. So if you don't have any of these listed international tests, then you're welcome to do the test here in Tallinn University as well. The deadlines. So the application period is now open, which means that you can already today, right now, go to the DreamApply system. You can choose the programs that you are interested in and submit your application. Of course, submitting your application, it's a step-by-step procedure. However, there are deadlines that you need to keep your eye your mind too. So those deadlines depend on, again, your nationality and where are you coming from. So for example, if you have non-European Union background, then the deadline for submitting your application is 1st of April, and the deadline for sending your documents by post is 20th of April. As I mentioned before, only those who are accepted and receive positive feedback, they are requested to send their documents. We have a special exception for certain countries regarding the deadline as well. If you're from Russia, Turkey, Ukraine, and Georgia, then deadline is 1st of June, and for documents, 20th of June. However, European Union citizens, the deadline is 1st of July, and the documents, 15th of July. And last but not least, the deadline for Finnish and Latvian citizens for bachelor's level programs, except the audiovisual bachelor program, the deadline is 15th of August. And that for the documents is 24th of August. So definitely keep, like, how to put it, just depending on your nationality, keep an eye on these deadlines because they are different. A little bit about the scholarships. So English-based degree programs, as Vilte said, are with tuition. So majority of the students do pay for their studies. This is an exception with Estonian-based programs. However, there are some possibilities to support your studies as well. There are scholarships based on your study results, which is 100 euros per month. So as the name refers, it's based on the study results. There are specialty grants for 2 programs, the program Human-Computer Interaction and Digital Learning Games. For those students is 160 euros per month. And then there are monthly scholarship for master students, where students can apply when they're already studying. First of all is DORA scholarship, and the other one is Estonian governmental scholarship. It sounds very difficult and confusing at the moment, but while you're already studying, you can you get a better idea of it as well. So the scholarship opportunities also depend on which level you are studying and which program you are studying as well. And there are, previous years we have had tuition waivers for students. Well, tuition waiver means that the best applicants get a reduction of their tuition fee. However, this again is decided after the admission process by the institutes, and not all programs provide this. The academic year, if you're accepted, the academic year starts in September, and last week of August is the orientation week for international students, where you can get to know the university, get to know your courses and the university. And the study, as I said, starts in September. So accommodation in Tallinn. We have a dormitory, which is like 5 minutes distance from the main campus, and the double room there is 150 euros. However, the places there are limited, so it's very common for our international students to rent an apartment together with other students, and our admission office is helping with this information as well. So you're not alone with this issue, and it's very common for us international students to rent an apartment together in Tallinn. And the renting prices, again, it's hard to say because it depends where is the apartment located, how many people are renting the apartment together, and so on. But it can start from 300 euros per month. Cost of living. So quite many of you, as I saw, already live in Estonia, in Tallinn, so this might be already something you are familiar with. But we have asked our international students to evaluate how much do they need to survive in a month. So it's approximately 300 up to 500 per month. So this not, of course, include other expenses for like tuition fee and accommodation. So this is like everyday expenses. And public transportation in Tallinn is for free. So if you're listed as a citizen in Tallinn, then you don't have to pay for your transportation. So working, as Vilte already mentioned, it's very common to work for international students, and more and more international students do work in Estonia. And also, it's possible after graduation, it's possible to stay in Estonia for 6 months with a residence permit to look for a job. So this is granted as well. In Tallinn University, we have a career and counseling center. So if you want to, as a student, if you want to get some more information about job opportunities, internship opportunities, you're welcome to go to them and ask some more information. Yes, we almost finished with the presentation, but last but not least, I'm always happy to end with our summer school as well. So because quite many courses in Tallinn Summer School are connected with the degree studies that we have in the degree programs that we have in Tallinn University. So Tallinn Summer School is the biggest summer school in Estonia. It's a 3-week program. So if you don't want, you're thinking about the degree studies, but you would like to get to know the university and the programs a bit more, then you're welcome to come to participate the summer school. So it's a 3-week program, and there are altogether 25 different courses. There are also Estonian language, English language, Russian language that are usually most popular. But as I said, quite many courses are connected with degree programs that I was talking about as well. So that was very briefly. So everything that I was talking here today is available on our admission website, tlu.ee/admission. There you can find about the programs, the admission requirements, the summer school, exchange studies. The links are leading you from this site, and you're always welcome to contact our admission office as well, which is admissions@tlu.ee. However, if you want to ask more from our students, for example, like Vilte, then we have student ambassadors as well. So if you want to contact our student ambassador in order to find out about the program, about life in Estonia, about student life, then they are there for you to give their opinion about studies at Tallinn University and in Estonia. You can choose to contact them based on their nationality, but also based on their program. And 2 of them are here as well today giving the tour, so you're welcome to ask any questions during the tour as well. So thank you from my side. And before I think we have a few minutes. Do you have any questions? Okay, I see that not. You're welcome to stick around. I will be here if you want to ask anything. But now we will continue with the campus tour, and you're very lucky because there are because there are few of you, and you will have a campus tour with 2 student ambassadors, so you're welcome to join campus tour. From my side, thank you for coming, and hope to see you studying here in September. Thank you.